Yes, clearly.
Walaikum salam, yes.
Yes.
Am I audible? Sorry. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, let's get started. Sorry, my webcam just stopped working in the few minutes. I mean, in the evening. So apologies for that. Let's get started. Today we will do a quick lab. I mean, we will follow the agenda of quick lab. I have pasted the link in the chat. If you don't have that, maybe I can do it again. Okay, all good. So before we start with the Git introduction to Git and GitHub, I believe all of you guys have installed or create an account of GitHub. You can do that. If you don't, you can do that right now, because this is an hands-on workshop. So in order to proceed to the next level or next module, you have to be you need to have a GitHub account and also Git installed in your machine. So if you don't have that, you can just install that by searching GitHub in the Google. You can open a GitHub account, then set up Git in your machine. Okay, I guess you have that. Let's get started. Or should we wait for more people? Okay. No, let's get started. So why actually we will use Git? Git is a free and open source distributed version control system designed to handle everything from small to very large projects with speed and efficiency. I mean, this is the definition of what is Git. But in simple way, if I told you guys, I mean, in the university life, many of you have uploaded your project in Google Drive for not knowing GitHub or Git or GitHub. So you just paste it in Google Drive, or maybe you send it through WhatsApp. So GitHub is much more better solution of that, because through Git you can actually control the code, how you will commit the code, how you will send the code, and work with other team members. So yeah, it's a great thing to control the codes, and you can find many open source repository through GitHub. So our objective today, as I can say, agenda for today is, as you can see, create a repo, make changes to the code base, and open a pull request, which we usually say PR. And another thing is merge code in the master branch. So in this lab, we will do in cloud, but as I have told you guys to install Git in your machine, and also you will require a GitHub account that that we can do do the development in local machine. So cloud is a bit different than the local machine. For the cloud, you need another kind of setup, but as we will do the real life experience, how we can contribute to the some famous open source projects, or how we can control our GitHub repository. So I believe, yeah, you have done all of these steps, like install Git. If you don't, I will request you to do that now. So I will give you some time to do that. Can you guys write down in the chat how many guys you have installed or set up or configured Git and GitHub on your machine? Or maybe open your mic. The response will be great. Awesome.
Yeah, I've
Awesome.
done the
Awesome.
work, the configuration.
Great to have some response. Yes. So before we do that, actually, we need to know actually why we need to use GitHub. So what is the benefit of using GitHub? As you can say, because there are some other service, why GitHub, why I need to know Git and all those commands, it is hard to remember sometimes. And even if you are experienced, it is, hard to work with some GitHub, some modules. Some modules is kind of hard part of GitHub, sorry, Git commands. Even I screwed up sometimes. So yeah, before we start, actually we need to know what is the benefits of using GitHub. So let me share my whole screen before. Sorry, took some time. Okay, you can, I guess, see my screen now. The whole screen is available. So in GitHub, there are some famous repo, like you have heard about Facebook React. I mean, React is a framework created by Facebook. So React is allowed to build cross-platform application. I mean, with React, you can build either for Android or iOS or maybe macOS, Windows. So it's a cross-platform framework that Facebook provides. So the library is actually open source. As here you can see that all the source code is available, and all the things are available here. And as you can see, if I go upward, there is a lots of pull requests. I mean, all of these are random people, kind of random people. They are actually sending their codes to the React Native, account here, in order to contribute some codes, because they know what is going on here. I don't know actually what is going on here in the code. As you can see, maximum language used is JavaScript. So yeah, some JavaScript stuff is going on here, I believe. So yeah, those people actually know what is going on the React Native framework, and they want to contribute to the code to maybe make it faster, or maybe integrate a new feature or existing feature that will be enhanced more. So yeah, that is this perspective. I mean, there's a lots of stuff, VS Code. So VS Code, source code is also available in GitHub, as you can see. So lots of code is available here. Flutter, Google's Flutter, that is also similar to React, but it has some advantages over React for the performance in some cases. So it is also open source, so people can contribute to this. There's a lots of peer request. Peer request is actually people want to contribute to the open source project. So yeah, that is that. So you can say, sir, I mean, this is all of the big project. So what is the benefits for me? I mean, I don't know all of this code and all of this stuff. So what is the benefits for a normal person? So let's see, if you want to learn maybe Flutter, let's say, if you want to build an app, maybe what you'd say, roommate sharing app. I mean, finding your roommates. So what you can do is like you can say Flutter. Um, you will create it with Flutter, and maybe you can say that I mean, to find a roommate, you need a database, right? where you will keep your information. So maybe for the database we can choose Firebase, and we can do like search for Flutter and Firebase Studio app GitHub. By this keyword GitHub, it will actually bring you up some of the repository in GitHub, example code you can say. So maybe you are newbie to Flutter, you don't know anything, how to approach your app, how to do coding, how you will finish your app. Maybe you will need some example code to follow others, how the app will work. So you can look into these codes. There you can see there's a source code here. You can just go there and see the source code there, how it's working. So it's an authenticator part. So user authentication is done here, as you can see. So here's the code for that. So you will maybe read the code here that it is a class, some function is going on there, there is feature function. So it's from reading the code you will actually get an idea how to approach your app. If you are a newbie, even some intermediate Flutter developer also do that. So yes, you can search, various kinds of code, not only for Flutter, you can also like find other kinds of frameworks, example project. From that, you can, continue to develop your project actually, get an idea, overall idea of how to do things. And other than that, there is also a star system. So if you like, if you, let's say if you developed a framework that that actually that actually used for cross-platform, making cross-platform application. So people can star your repository. Then it will actually how many people start the codes. Then you can get listed in the most star repo in GitHub. So yeah, there is lots of things, advantages for using GitHub. And actually for team project, when we will do company work, so we will actually use like GitHub for communicating and not communicating, for transferring our codes and all of that stuff. So any questions from now? Sorry, I missed any questions. No. Okay. Okay, nothing.
No question all good.
Okay, let's get started. Before get started, let me give me a minute, please. Sorry, I went for water break. So let's get started. So we will do a creative local repository first. So to do that, what we will do is open my terminal. So I have created a folder called GitHub Workshop. So I will open it my terminal. As you can see, maybe I can do this in order to give some context to you guys. Yeah. Yep. Okay, and before, yes, there it is. Okay. So I will create a folder. This is the command for that, mkdir, my project. So maybe I can paste it here. So it creates a folder. If I go here, you can see there is a folder there. So CD is actually, maybe many of you know, it is actually used for routes. So if you go there, you can get into that folder. So I will actually, Git Init is a command for initialized the folder. The whole folder here will be initialized to the GitHub. Sorry, Git. and any files contains the folder will be initialized to the Git. So if I do that, let's say Git Init done. So yeah, initialized empty Git repository in home in this area, and this is my actually directory for that. So here what we have done is create a folder, then go into the folder, then actually Git init, which is initialize a current folder, or yeah, basically it is a folder. So initialize the folder, and any file, if that if there is any file, as you can see there is a Git dot folder which is actually hidden. I have shown my hidden file, so if I do that it will be invisible. You cannot see that, so it will be only visible when you show the hidden files. So yes, congratulations, you have actually initialized a Git repository. Add a file to the repo. So we don't want to be boring, so let's create a file. So touch is a command for create a file. If you are in Windows, what you can do is open up your Git software, that is you can find um, in the directory, yeah, as far as I remember. So yeah, let's create a file. Let's say give it a name called Git workshop. Yeah. So ls is a command for the to verify that file is created or not. So let's say ls means if the folder contains any file or not. I mean, if it contains any file, it will be shown here. So as you can see, only this file exists, and as this is invisible, let's keep it invisible. Sorry, yeah, invisible. Let's do that, not that.
Um, Excuse
So
me, can I
as you
ask
can
a
see, only
question?
one file is here, as it should be. Um, so status is Git status is a command that you can know what is your Git status. I mean, if you are in, let's say you have just init your repository in the folder. So let's see what is our status. Sorry. Okay, we are on the master branch. So there are called branches. Let's see. So as you can see, these are the things called that branch. Like each branch can contain different kinds of code. People use that for, maybe you have maybe you have just upgraded your code, upgraded some of the packages that you have used in your code. So what you can do, you don't want to mess up this branch code. This branch code means these are the code for this branch. So you what you will do is create maybe a new branch, and then you can push the code there. So right now we are on the master branch. No commits yet. Yeah, we haven't done any commit. And untracked file. So we have created a text file, nothing added to commit. So we will actually write some lines into the text file. So what I can do is using vim, then git workshop is our file name. So txt. So vim is actually file editor. Sorry, not file editor. It's more like a note editor, you can say. So what I can do is maybe write down something. Maybe this is the workshop for introduction to Git and GitHub, right? Sorry, typos. It happens, yeah. So let's save the file, and there you go. So if I go to the file, it's actually the same as this. I just if you also, you can also edit here, and it will be also saved. So I just write down something to the file. So actually, what's the next step? Yeah, so there is a staging area as in Git. So before you transfer this file to the online repo. This is the online repo. An offline repo, which is called actually staging area, as you have mentioned here. Add a file to the staging. So the next step, as they said, the next step is to add a file to the staging environment, sometimes referred to as index. Yes, because staging area is more like offline. You haven't sent the file to online yet, but it is in your computer, and the index are saved. I mean, this file is in your computer, right? It hasn't been in the online yet. So if you add the file to the staging area, it will be in the offline repo, offline in your local drive, but it will be not in online. So we will add staging area now, which we can do that with add and our file name. So our file name is workshop, right? Workshop.txt. Yeah, there we go. We have added our file to the staging area. Sorry, we can say staging environment, or you can say staging area. And we want to know what is our Git status, right? I mean, it's fun to know always, what is my Git status.
Excuse me,
So
sir.
we are still in the master
Uh,
branch,
s-
and yeah,
some
go ahead.
guys are asking
No
you to
commits
slow
yet.
down and
Change to be committed. So they are recommending us change to be
Hello.
committed, which we can do is using this command to unstage, because we are in staging area. So they actually recommend us if we want to unstage the file, which we can do by this command. So we don't want to unstage the file, because from the staging area we want to send it the online repo. So and after that we can do is commit the file. So we have made our changes, like we have added a line called, sorry, we have added a line. Okay, let's execute from here. That will be more visually. Okay, so we have added a line, created a file. So at first our folder was empty, then we initialize the folder. So anything initialized in the folder, or any file that is in the folder, will be initialized. Then for pushing it to the staging area, which is here, we have pushed the file to the staging area by this command, git add. And as you can see by our git status, our file has been pushed to the staging area. But they also recommended us to unstage a file by this command, which we will not do, because we don't want to unstaging. From the staging we will go the online environment here. So to go online environment, this is actually part git config. So if you have configured your git and github, you have already done that part. So I will not done these codes. You can still do that, but it is not essential. If you have configured your git with your github account, so let's escape that. We will copy this thing, because we want to commit is more like when you create a file, or when you edit a file, you want to give that edit of name, maybe name. And actually we can say like this, that we have added a line. So we can say like this, like sorry, it, yeah, we added a line in the file, sorry, in the file. Yeah. So it is git is more like a message that is related to what is in your commit. So in our commit we actually done edit this file. So that's why we added a line in the file. If you have added another file, you can write it here, we have added another, or I have added another file. So let's enter, and do want to know the Git status. I mean, it's actually fun. So let's, by Git status, you actually know what is going on by step. So it's really helpful for beginner. So let's read the messages. Messages is also, helpful. So we have added the line is the commit message that we have written down here. So Git actually triggered that one file is changed, and one insertion has been created. So when we initialize the file here, there was initialize the folder, there was no file, right? So, and there was no line also. So when we have done the commit here, when we have done the commit, so Git triggered, there is a file that is in the folder. Also in that file, once the insertion or one line is created. So Git has actually triggered that because the folder was empty. Then we created a file, and it was triggered by this command, like commit. After the commit command, it was triggered. For this command, for which is, yeah, for this command ls, or maybe git status, git add, this commit wasn't happened then. This was happened recently because of using the git commit command. So yeah, lots of boring thing, not boring, we can say. If you get the get the pace, you can do it easily. Like you have to create a file, maybe you can create a folder, then git init, then maybe not git status is needed every time. So git init, then maybe git add, then git commit. Yeah, just 3 lines of code, not code, yeah, command you can use. Yes, so create a new branch. So what we will do now is create a new branch in our local repo here. So we can do by this command, or we can use this button also. So I want to keep my, so this is git checkout. B is for used for create a new branch. As I have told you guys, this is called branch. Other folders are have that. I don't, yeah, it should be, there's lots of branch, as you can see. So if I click one, you can see there is a different code here. So branch is actually different, not different. You cannot say that by seeing this folder names or something. There is something different in this, in the folder files. So yeah, let's get back to what we wanted to do. So we want to create a new branch called, let's say, um, git intro. Yeah. Yeah, so we switched to new branch, new branch. So basically what it did, it was in the master branch, sorry, main branch. Main and master is almost the same. So it was in the main branch. So what we have done is go, like, to the new, and a new branch, what is called git intro. So this is happening locally, actually. This is not in here yet. So yeah, we want to do a git status about what's happening or what has changed than before. So nothing to commit, working to clean. So we have committed our new file and created a new branch. So we have now two branch. One is a master branch, as you have seen in the beginning, that on the master branch, as when we run the command git status, we have seen that we have two branch, master, and we have just created one, git intro. So let's see some, yeah, we have done the status. So we will move to our master branch. So to move to master branch, we can use the command checkout, git checkout, and your branch name. So this is our branch name, which is master, and checkout is for to to moving to another branch. So we just go here and switch to branch master. So we have switched to our master branch. So they have actually, added a new file here, then done the same thing again, so we will actually not do that in the sake of time. Okay, now the sweet stuff begins. So we will actually go online now. So let's go to online. This is my GitHub. Sorry, some personal code is also here. So I will just, so what I have done here is just create a new repo. So you can go here, then you can go to the repositories, then you can click here, new. So let's say we want to create what will be our name, intro git, yep. So yeah, intro git is available. Let's say introduction to GitHub. Okay, let's say it's public repo. Public means everyone can see it. If you search this repo in Google, you can find it. And private means no one can see it. If you do not, give permission to a specific email address, they cannot see it. Only you can see it. So in this case, we want it to be, public. So create a new repository. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, quick setup. They have done said something. So we have three cases, which is create new repository on command line, or push an existing repository from the command line, which is our repository is already existing here because we already done git init. So it is initialized, the folder is initialized. So we can skip these steps. As you can see, in this use cases, they have actually used commands like git init, which we don't need because we have already done it. They created a new file with, sorry, they added a file to the staging area, as we have done also from the command. Where is that? Yep, we have done staging. We have moved our file to a staging area also. So we have done this, we have done this. We also committed, we commit for the message, we create, we edit it, or what is the line? Yeah, we added a line in the file. So we have already done that. So what remains is this commands, as you can see. So this is actually another use cases, which is named as push an existing repository from the command line. So what we can do is create this, copy these commands, then just paste it here, add main branch, add, then what is the push command? So let me explain later. I can explain you later after finishes these commands. Okay, the repo is, yep, we have our file. So let's see. Yeah, we have, this is the workshop for introduction to Git and GitHub helps. Okay, I misspelled. No worries. So yeah, let me explain what we have done in the last um, three commands. So we have added a remote. Remote is remote actually the address of the repo you have created here. So actually it is an address that that I mean it is, you created a new repo here. Your local doesn't know that, right? So in order to indicate your online repo, you have to give this address. So this is more like an address, you can say. So yeah, we have added the address. Okay, done. So we have mentioned our branch, on which branch the work will be published. So as you can see, our branch is only main. So we have published our code to main branch. So git branch, we have mentioned our branch, which is main. And we have push. Push is basically the same meaning in English. We just push the code in the online repo. That's it. So we just push the code. Uorigin main. Uorigin main is actually we push the code in this repo. Sorry, this branch, the main branch, which is this. Yeah, then we are done. So let's read some these messages. This message is also cool. Counting objects, 3 done. Okay, delta compression. Okay, out of my head. Yeah, writing objects. Yeah, total delta. And we are done creating. Let's clear. Any questions until now? Sorry, I wow, took a long shot for question answers. So any questions? Any questions, you can type in the chat or feel free to unmute your mic.
Come on, guys, don't be shy. Share your thoughts.
First, wait, can you hear us?
Sorry, you can type in the chat. Sorry, I have some problems. I don't know. Okay, let me check. Can you give me 30 seconds maybe? Let's. I want to check my my headset.
So during that, guys, if you have any question, feel free to ask, or any request, or something that you couldn't catch it or grasp it into your mind. Feel free to ask.
Yeah, I'm back, brother. You can ask question now. I believe this is working.
Can you hear us right now?
Okay, I have some problem. Maybe you can type it in the chat. Sorry for the inconvenience. Let's continue. So let's continue to where we was. We have some cool exercises in the end of the workshop. So we have created a new repository, and we have pushed our code here, as you can see. And yeah, nothing else to do. For push a branch to GitHub, and to update a file, you can do that from here. Actually, let me tell you that. So let's say you want to update this file. Let's say this is line number 2. This is line number, sorry, line number 2. So this is line number 2, and let's say you want to push this update to the online repo. So what you can do is git add and do this. Sorry, do this. Yeah, git add is basically dot means all of the all of the files that is exist in this folder. Then what you can do is just git commit. So commit m, yeah, m. So added a new line, Oops, wrong. Did the wrong one. So I need to have a double quote here. Okay, still done that. Okay. Format, aim, edit a new line. Still done that. Yeah. So we have added to the file our staging area. If we check our Git status here, we can see our file is being moved to the stage area. You can unstage the file also, but we want to push it to the online. So what we can do is git push. So yeah, our file changes has been moved to this here. If we see, yes, there is the changes. This is the line number 2. So we also learned how to update our existing file. So update a file, we have already done that by 3 commands. When you change a file, you can just git add, then git commit, and then git status is not needed. Git push is the main thing we are looking for to push the code to the online repository. Yes, that's that. So we have updated a file. So now is the main part, actually create a pull request. Pull request is fun part. I mean, let's say you understand these codes and you want to actually contribute this code. Contribute means you want to add a new feature in this code. So what you can do is actually to go to pull request and new pull request. So we need to do some stuff here that I'm about to tell you. So what we need to do is actually, let's say you want to contribute. So what you need to do is, first of all, fork this file. So you have to first of all fork this repo, which is here. So you have to first of all fork this repo. Let's do it in my account. So I'm forking this repo in my account. So I have done that, and for you guys, I have actually created a repo. As you can see here, this repo is here for you. You can play with it. This is actually IIUM GitHub account. So feel free to follow it. Also, we will do some cool projects with building our websites with Hugo, which is a technology from Google, in the upcoming month, not upcoming months, in the next month. So if you want to do your first open source contribution, you can do it here. So we will do it in few days, so no worries. So you can just fork this repo. You can just fork it. Let's fork it to my account. And after forking it, forking means actually basically duplicate the repo to your repo. Now you can change this repo and nothing will take place in the DSC account. So if you now changes this repo, as you can see here, okay, so there are the files here, the like feel free to fork and make a PR. So what you can do is right now you can fork this repo and make a PR request that I will show you right now. So we have forked the repo, and after forking it, we have the file, readme file. So we will clone it now. So let's go to this folder, open the terminal and paste it. Sorry, not the link only, you have to give the git command. So git clone is the command for to copy this repo to your local machine. So if you do that, cloning, this whole repo will be cloned into your local storage. So yeah, we have already cloned it. Let's go to the folder. And here we have a readme file. So our task is basically simple. Feel free to fork and make a PR with text file that it contains your name and your the most afraid of. Okay, so let's create a new file which we can do by touch command, or you can do also by um, yep, the touch command. So we have already our yep touch. Let's say file name is challenge or my name txt. So we have created a file. So let's go into the file, my name. So Vim is actually a text editor. You can use manually edit it. So if I want to do like my name is Intusar Ahmed, and I'm the most afraid of is spider. Spider. Escape. Yeah, let's save it. Yeah, I have saved it. Let's see. Yep, I have done that. So what I will do is now push the file in the online area, right? Online area. So what I will do is git add my name dot txt, then git commit. Sorry, commit. Yep, commit aim. Then my name and afraid of. Then git push for pushing the file in the online. Yep, I have pushed the file in the online. Let's check. So this was the my forked repo. Forked means clone from the DSC. DSC is the main, as you here you can say, forked from DSC GitHub Workshop. So this is the main repo. I just forked from here. Just press this button and you will be forked in your account. Fork means clone the repo to your account. So if we refresh, yep, there's a file, my name. If you go inside the file in the Ahmed and spiders. So yeah, so we have done pushing the file to our repo. We haven't done the pull request yet, so we have to do the pull request now. So what we can do is go to the main repo here, the repo you have forked from. We can go in there. Then what you can do is we can go into the pull request, then new pull request, and then you can do is compare across forks, because we already forked the repo. So we can press here, and yep, we have our repo here, insert GitHub Workshop. So my one is GitHub Workshop, right? I believe so. Yep, my one is that. So yes, as you can see, the changes when I so let me explain. This is the so how the actually peer request works. If let's say this is a big okay, let me go the Microsoft code word, VS Code code. So as you can see, there's a lots of file here. So if we want to do pull request, let's say if you want to enhance a feature of VS Code, so to do that, you need to first of all fork that repo. Then you can make changes to your local, which we have done that. So after doing that, you have to need to make a peer request. So to make a peer request, you need to go to the main repo here. So if we want to create a peer request for Microsoft, we can do a new pull request. So we can do it from here. We can compress across fork. Because we have forked the repo, so our repo is in our account, as you have seen. Okay, yes, VS Code is there. So yeah, so we haven't done the finished the PR thing yet. So this is our account, and we will compare from this account. We will merge from our account to the main account, right? So yeah, so the changes is only the my name. There's a file, it's my name and a fry dog. So this is the commit we will change. So we will create a PR request. We will do like challenge, um, challenge, yeah, leave a comment, no need, and create a pull request. So we have successfully, create a PR request, which is available in the this account, as you can see. Yeah, so this is all we need actually. Then we can merge the code. After you make a PR request, we can merge the code, but to merge the code, I need to access the GDSC IIUM account. So I can do that. In the meanwhile, if you have any question, you can ask that. Anyone have any question? Yep, my mic
So
is, I mean, I can hear now. You guys can talk now. Sorry, it wasn't working earlier. So how, and Brother Suhaimi, do you have any question? Earlier you was mentioning something.
yeah, I just wanted to ask also the others where you were fixing the speaker ratio. I just wanted to ask them if anyone has a request upon something or want to ask about anything.
Yep.
But surely, like next time, inshallah, for you all guys, like sorry for the speaker is issue and brother to say couldn't hear us at all. But inshallah, for the
I
next
can hear
workshops, it
you.
will
I
be
can hear you
clear
now. I
and
can hear you. Sorry.
not having any problems.
I have sent the link in the chat for contributing the make a peer request. So if you want to make a peer request, you can do it now or you can do it later. And make sure you also follow, our GitHub account. We will do some projects, upcoming projects, um, web projects, also some Flutter stuff. So yeah, feel free to subscribe and please ask question if you have any. Well, I guess no question then. That's a great actually session. Sorry for the inconvenience. Okay. One asked question: what is the benefit for doing the GitHub commands in terminal or desktop? Why not just do it GitHub website? When the website offers editor also more friendly UI. So yeah, it is actually friendly UI, but when there is some restriction, let me share my screen also. So it is actually hard when when you will do it for the big code repo like this one, let's say this is the VS code, source code. So you cannot just edit, make changes here. I mean, it's hard to make changes here. If you see, if you go there, if you fork this repo, then you will actually know that. Because let me find a file. This is not the file. Yep. So you can just simply go there, but this is not the recommended way. If you work in a team, uh, then it is not recommended. Also, it is actually a messed up thing when you do by this, because you can actually create a lots of file here. You can actually create a lots of file here, like 2, 3, 4, 5. You can, let's say you make a file here, but you cannot do that here one by one. You have to, each time you create a file, you have to create a new file. You have to just create a new file, then paste it here, then write it down. And this is also not offer, this is for the text file. But when you do coding, so when you will do coding, you will not able to do that actually. So that's the answer for the question, I believe.
If may I add on, even the GitHub UI or user interface is not helpful because it's not like interpret the coding styles and not giving the colors of the text that showing you that the variable or that is the function. It's able you can do it in UI, make the in this screen. You can add it and add the extension file, and it's gonna work, but it's not gonna give you the functionality of any code editor.
Yep. So if you want to refer the workshop we are doing, we are following, I have pasted the links here. It is a quick labs, but it is focused on cloud version. We have done the local version because it is a real life scenario. We always do GitHub and Git in local. So yeah, that's the answer for that question. Any questions? You can ask, unmute your mic also. Okay, no questions, I believe. So yeah, you can go that repository that I have given you, and you can do the challenge. You can make a peer request here, a peer request here, as I have done here. Then yeah, you'll be good to go for introduction. And in the GitHub, you can create new repo. You can create new repo here. I have done some contribution here, so you can create a new repo, then just get started with your code. You can manage your code in GitHub. Then if people likes your project, they can also give star, and that's good for your resume also. And GitHub, knowing GitHub and peer request is also required by internship. Because when I have done my internship, it was actually when I do it the first day, they actually taught us how to do peer requests, because many of the college students still don't know how to do peer request or maintain code in GitHub. So if you don't know how to maintain the code in GitHub, it is actually hard to contribute to the organization that you will do internship or maybe full time. Yes, we have come to end of our time. It is actually 1 hour. So I guess you have learned something. If we don't want to ask question here, then we can message us or text us in our Discord channel. We can also reply you there. Brother Awab, can I believe paste the link in the chat for Discord if you have the invitation link. And Brother
Yes, sure.
Fuad,
Just
can you
give me a moment.
please, yeah, take a picture? for the last moment.
Yeah, done.
Okay, awesome. I hope some last moment. Okay, it's great to talking with you guys. Sorry for the inconvenience. Mic problem also, sorry, not mic problem. The speaker problem. I hope we will fix that in the upcoming events. Yeah, thanks. Great. Assalamu alaikum.